Happy
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
What's going on, guys? This is Wildwest 08, and you are listening to Achievement Hunting 101, wishing you a happy holidays. It is still before Christmas, as my lovely and wintry co-host, KooshMoose, is here with me today.
Hello. Didn't know we were bringing on the little ones to do do an intro. Mine's already gone to bed.
Yeah, it was just they were getting ready for bed, and I was like, you know what? We'll just do a quick little thing, and then they can shoo them off to bed while we chat about some games and what we've been playing recently. But how have you been?
Not too bad. I've been staying real busy. We'll get to it.
When are you not
been
busy?
focused? I've not been focused. Let's put it that way. I've been busy and not focused.
Well, did you enjoy that your wife got you and your daughter got you? Because I enjoyed my wife got me. And my kids got me.
And they got you what?
Well, this is coming out after Christmas, so you know.
Right.
Doing a little bit there, but
we'll fill it in, right?
We'll fill it in quickly, you know. Just no, but we wish you guys. We hope you guys have a good Christmas and holidays as it's coming up. We're recording a few days here before Christmas, so this will be coming out after, and hope everyone had a nice, relaxing day and everything. But man, there's been quite a lot going on True Achievements. There's been some news on the gaming world. So let's kind of get in. We didn't want to take up too much of your time because we know that there's a lot of other more important things taking up your time and everything. So we just wanted to kind of do a little bit of a shorter episode this time. So we'll just kind of get into it. So we did kind of talk last time about some of the contests they're running. We kind of did you see that article about the 360 event that they ran, the games that were played and everything?
No, I love their breakdowns. No, I didn't see those.
I should check it out. Like the number one game played was SpongeBob Truth or Square, which I had no idea. Like that was the game I played because I was looking through my games like, do I want to play this game? And I was like, or these, do I want to participate in this contest? And then I was like, you know what? I'll look through my game, see if anything stood out. And that one stood out to me. So I just played it. And then reading the breakdown, I was like, oh, I guess this was like the most used game for the contest. But
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see the article now.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising. But the top earner, I'll see if I can find it real fast while I'm talking, but the top earner earned like almost 1,000 Xbox 360 achievements. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. That's dedication.
That is a lot, because I think the person behind him was like was about 100 or so behind, if I remember right. I could be wrong, but still, like I was just blown away because I mean, just thinking about getting 1,000 achievements in 360 games back in the day just seemed like it was not, or it seemed like it was such a long task. And to do that in like a 2-week period, just, yeah, that seemed a little crazy to me. But I'm guessing you got your badge, correct, on that one?
Yeah, I got my badge for that. I think what we need 20. I got 29 or something like that. Yeah, I went back and I played some quick things just to get off my tag. Altered Beast and Virtua Fighter.
That's right. You mentioned those, yeah.
Yeah. Quick and easy, and that got me really close to getting across the list, and I just ran some other things just kind of get it done.
Nice. Yeah, so I'll have to see if I can find it later and shout them out, maybe in the brag camp. But the other thing is going on is, how's your 12 Days of Christmas going?
Oh my gosh, 12 days. 12 days has been hectic, and that's only because I made it so. I chose to make the challenge a little bit more challenging in that for most of the days, I would only use one game per achievement per day. So I could reuse the same game on day 1 and day 2, but I could not use a game twice on day 1. So that just meant you get an achievement that matches the criteria, boom, you move on. And until I screwed that up, I was going okay. And then I accidentally messed it up with Terminator. No, RoboCop.
Oh, yeah, that's right. RoboCop, you did. I remember that.
RoboCop I kind of messed up, and that kind of bled into twice in one day. And I was like, you know what? I'm playing a game about digging a hole, and that game is so quick. Let me just get it done. I don't want to just like do one achievement and then not play it, or each one at a time. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna knock the whole game out. And when I did, that completed my what was that? My day 8, I think that was that particular one, which was optimized for PC or something. So
handheld.
Yeah, so I only used 2 games for day 8. And then I got back on my track. I was able to keep using just 1 game per until what is now the 12th day, which is what I'm on. And I'm just like, screw it. I'm not gonna make this even harder on myself. Just doing 1 game at a time. So now I'm just like, all right, maybe I'll do the thing I'm supposed to, which is only use things that the boss is weak to. Like, that's kind of the intent, right?
Yeah.
It gives you a reason. So I'm going to shoot for these types of achievements that have a 1 and a 2 in the TA value. And I was just like, no. I mean, I have a couple things I could do that. Let's say if I ignored that and I tried to just knock the boss out with 1 hit. And I'm like, okay, let me look at that. And I was like, no. It's like, you know what? It's getting close to the end of the month. I don't care. I'm not going to make it any more difficult. I'm just going to play games, and I'm going to kill this first boss, and then I'll see if I can kill the other bosses just by maybe through a targeted approach, maybe just through playing a bunch of games. So I enjoyed it, but I have not been able to focus on stuff because along with 12 days, I've just been going really hard on Diablo 4 because they had an XP boost a little while ago. And then when that ended at the Game Awards, they announced the new class was out for people that bought the expansion. I did not buy the expansion, so I didn't do that. But they then set up a new event that allows you to get like really good loot drops by killing goblins. And then there's like this event to kill a whole bunch of goblins, which gets you this other thing. I was like, okay, I'm back in it. I'm going to keep going hard. Experience thing that was going on, the booster. And I'm just going to keep going in until this event is over. And then I'll lay off of Diablo 4 until the expansion comes out. So I actually unlocked everything else I'd been missing except for 1 achievement now. I have 1 achievement left, including the first DLC that came out. Like, I just have 1 achievement, and that is to get to Paragon level 300. I'm currently Paragon level 251. I think I was something like 60 or 80 when I started playing this extended time. So I've been putting a lot of time into Diablo 4, and I've really been enjoying it. I've got my sorcerer up to this level where it just demolishes everything as it goes through, Torment 4 dungeons. If anyone knows Diablo, they know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm sorry. just know that's like the hardest dungeon you can go through, and or the hardest difficulty level you can go through. And I'm just destroying things left and right, and it's great, and it allows me to just kind of like speed through the levels, get the things I need, and then get out. I'm having fun with Diablo, but I have not been able to focus on anything else because it's either 12 days or it's Diablo. So I'm kind of hoping, I'm looking forward to this being over, to 12 days being done, to the Diablo thing being over, because I feel like there's a bunch of stuff I just want to finish. Dabbling in so many games, I'm just like, geez, I want to go back to these 4 or 5 games and finish them, and then who knows about the other ones. But what has your experience been like?
Yeah, like when you've been talking, it just makes me think, hey, you're actually almost playing like I play instead of playing, 20 games. You're like, I'm only playing a couple. You're like, hey, that's like how I play. Mine's been pretty good. I was kind of looking through my progress while you were talking. I mean, some of the ones came naturally. I was able to use like SpongeBob, the Truth or Square, so I was kind of able to double dip a little bit on things, or the DLC for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was half off. I don't know if that was for me or just in general, but I ended up buying it because I enjoyed the game, so I wanted to support them since I didn't buy it and just have played it off Game Pass. So I bought that and started that for some of the achievements as well. Some days when I'd get a little tired, I might throw in an easy game there, but I did try to mostly pull from my backlog and things that I already started to kind of roll through. Nothing was really hard. I did do the digging a hole one for the handheld as well. I was at I think I mentioned last time I was up doing a work trip, and so I had some free time, and I saw the money glitch with that one and kind of did that for the handheld because that was the easier option. I finished up some sports games. Didn't use Bratz like I'm sure you did, right?
I dipped into it. I got
For the music.
one maybe two achievements.
Yeah, I was able to use Dredge for Challenge 7 with the games released in 2020 with over 20,000. So, yeah, uh, used one of the games I'm going to talk about later for the 10 Nords of Sleeping for Ubisoft. And then, yeah, I'm still on the third boss right now for the 12 bosses. But I did defeat the first boss, obviously, because I'm on the third one. But any thoughts on the change that TA made for that?
No, just it makes me laugh because I know people feel strongly about it. People will either not care or they'll feel really strong about it one way or the other. And I don't think there's gonna be anyone in the middle, really. But I don't care. Fine, that's fine. Um, yeah, because in general, the 12 days isn't that difficult. I think, and so I think people who are kind of whining about not I think the people who are whining that made it too easy are just like whatever. Do chin mode, make it more difficult on yourself. That's fine. Or maybe they're just hoping that the perfect people or people with the perfect community badges drop out and get smaller. I don't know,
Maybe.
but
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm thankful for it because I've got a lot of stuff going on. Maybe the people who want to see this be super hard don't have kids, don't have all this other stuff going on, don't have to organize the dinner and make sure you buy all the stuff and do all that. I don't know, but I'm thankful for it because it'll make sure I can absolutely get it done. I don't have to cheese it too much. I could just go out and do something real stupid and just play some super high ratio, easy stuff and kill the bosses really fast. Like when something just comes out, but that's not that's not the spirit of the thing. So
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I'm in a similar boat. Like I'm happy they made the change just because I've got, did some traveling work assignment and then just was trying to do the 360 one and then, obviously got the holiday traditions that my family does and work and everything. So it was nice to have it a little bit easier, but I'm still going to try to finish the third one anyways.
Absolutely.
I think I'm about halfway done, so
I'm going to try to, do them the right way too. But if not, I don't, whatever.
yeah.
I've had my fun. That's what I'm saying. I've had enough fun with it. I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready for the year to be over so I can get back to cleaning up some stuff. I'm playing some games that I really wanted to get more into, that I maybe just kind of dip my toes into, and I want to finish them up and talk about them. So yeah.
It is funny though, like some people will, say, hey, like you don't usually do these hard things or long things, but then, when people are like, well, these are what the challenges were last year or the year before that, and they're very similar to it. They're not that off of, like a boss rush thing on the day 12 or whatever, but it's good to try different things. I didn't do the boss rush event, so I'm figuring it out myself how to defeat it and everything, and it's been a fun challenge to do, and I'm sure I'll figure out the rest of it. But tell us how you're doing. I know some of you have been in our Discord channel, but yeah, keep telling us how you're doing and let us know when you get that badge done for the 12 days. Anything that I know we did touch a little bit briefly on last time, and you have mentioned some stuff about the Game Awards, but anything that caught your eye from the awards?
Oh, from the awards. Oh, geez, I hadn't even thought about that. Well,
I'll go first. I'll go first
yeah.
to give you a chance to look at it and refresh your memory. The big game, obviously, anybody that knows me know I love Alan Wake and Control. I mean, they released a trailer that's I think coming out next year for kind of from what I understand, it's not the next like main Control game, but it's kind of like a side story. And it looked interesting to me, so that was a big one that I saw that I was like, "Ooh, this looks cool." Um, uh, Lego Batman has the release date now, and I like the Lego Batman games. I haven't played one of those in a while. I've got that Lego Star Wars collection they came out with. I bought that for like $5 at Walmart on deep sale, and I need to get to that sometime.
Well, the nice thing about that is it's kind of I love my Lego games, but I also like Arkham Batman or Batman Arkham. It seems like the fighting in this is Batman Arkham. So I think, they're kind of combining the two. So like, yeah, we're not going to get a Rocksteady Arkham, Batman Arkham game anytime soon. But maybe this thing will scratch that itch.
Yeah. So definitely I'm looking forward to that one. Tomb Raider, getting a remaster, I guess, or a kind of I don't know if remaster is the right word, but getting an upgrade of one of the first game, I think is what it is. I'm not confident on my Tomb Raider stuff from the earlier years, even though I knew it when I was around and never really got into it until the recent Shadow trilogy that I really loved those. And I think the new game they showed a trailer for is kind of, they haven't really commented too much on if this is going to be like a sequel or if it's kind of more of a soft reboot thing, but I know it's supposed to take place after all of that stuff if it is. But yeah, so Tomb Raider looked interesting, and the last one for me was the Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic.
Oh,
Don't think they need a trailer for that. I would have loved just to them to work on it, and then when they get closer to it, say, okay, this is what we're doing. But it was fun to see it. I'm not gonna lie.
well, I like the fact that it's new. It's not a remake, right?
Yes,
And the trailer, I was just like, ooh, are we going to see a lightsaber? Is this going to be? And then the lightsaber comes
I
on.
know.
Yes,
I know, giggling, all that stuff. Yeah,
I'm so excited for that. So yeah, I'm excited for a good Star Wars game. I liked the last one. Name of the game escapes me, of course.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Survivor.
Oh, Survivor. Oh, dude, those are
yeah.
I thought you were talking about those ones. Yeah, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Jedi Survivor. Really enjoyed that one. I'm ready for the third in that story. Just give me anything with lightsaber. I'm excited, and make sure it's good. And I think these will be good. See what else? What else did they mention? Okay, the Tomb Raider games, those remakes look really good. They're not, I like this last trilogy that came out. Even though I haven't played them, I really enjoyed the first one, and I have the other two kind of. I know that they're there and I can play them whenever I want. And I'm really excited about that. But these two look good. Maybe not that same kind of quality. Obviously, going back to kind of the older style, the trilogy before that. Those look good. The Diablo 4 expansion already been mentioned. I'm ready for more achievements, or I will be in a year or whenever that comes out. Hades 2, hopefully. I mean, it's been about a year. It's getting close to a year that's been out on PC. So hopefully it'll be coming to consoles soon. And what else? Oh, of course, Mega Man. I love me some Mega Man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought of you when I saw that.
Yeah. So when that came on, the music, and then at the very end, when they play Zero's theme, it's like kind of whistling. His little song comes on at the end. It's like, okay, dual override. So maybe it's going to be the two of them working together somehow. So I am excited for that. That's all I can really remember. I thought Control Resonant looked cool. Man, I need to start that game
one of these days.
But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. And of course, Claire Obscure got a lot of the awards, won a whole bunch of stuff. And then of course something came out later about, they used AI. So other places have stripped their awards and fun stuff like that. We're not going to get into that kind of controversy.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting that story's going around. And
I didn't, I guess that's news to me. I didn't see that yet. So I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, you go look that up. You'll see some game awards took away there. Not Jeff Keighley, but some other places that gave them Game of the Year or whatever. Stripped it because it didn't meet the rules that they had set forth, which was like no AI or whatever. So I'm looking forward to starting that at some point again. Although the jumping's horrible and the guy looks like Robert Pattinson, but that's fine. I will be playing that game because I've just heard so much good about it. And yeah,
that is one of the ones I'm hoping to get to next year. Let's get to that and do it. But I know you were very happy about a certain DLC coming to a game that you enjoy.
Oh, yes. So many DLCs. Of course, we were talking about Diablo 4, but the one you're talking about is Power Wash Sim 2. We got a trailer for the first DLC, which is Adventure Time. So I'm just glad to see that they're keeping up that caliber of DLC with the tie-ins. And the release date is spring 26. So whatever, that's fine. There's a lot to play from 2025 still. So I don't mind. I don't mind having to wait a little while to get some more DLC. And also, I still haven't beaten the base game yet. There's just too much to play right now. So, but I love that the quality is there, and I love that that's the first property we're seeing. Gives me high hopes for the extra or the following DLCs.
Yeah, Yeah, that's again, like we talked about. It's like the theme of our podcast is, yep, that's a game I need to get to someday.
The backlog is real.
It is. Yeah, this is, I think, probably going to be one of your final reminders that the countdown sale is going on right now. I think it goes through January 7th, is what I saw. So you still have a little bit of a time to check it
Mhm.
out, but there's a lot of things on sale. So you can use those Xbox gift cards that you got for Christmas or Bing rewards if you're a certain pitch and everything, and get
Be a
some
bot for
good games.
yourself.
Or yeah, yeah. Oh wow, who knew that you would have liked an Xbox 360? Oh man, I knew
Ooh,
myself so well.
I will
Uh,
try that.
I started kind of perusing the sales myself. One that I've always been a big fan of, the Crisis games. They remastered or fixed whatever they did for the Xbox One, Series X, whatever it is. The trilogy right now is $12.49 in a bundle, so that's a pretty good steal for three games, I think, that are really good. So, but there's a lot of other deals out there that I'm still looking through. So check those out for anything that you want to add more to the backlog if you don't have enough.
Hmm.
You also got your targets to deal with. Just got done with my story one, so I'm got gold on all of them. But you have silver bells to earn achievements with B, E, and LL in the achievement or game name. You need to get 6 achievements for gold. Support the season for earning achievements in games with developers of 3 or fewer titles, and you need to get 15 achievements for gold. And end of 2025 is earning an achievement with the story completed flag. You need to earn 3 achievements for gold, so that's getting 3 of the story completed flags in different games that you're playing. So good luck on getting that finished up as you do. I'm By the time you're listening to this, if you listen right as it comes out, you only have a few more days anyways to kind of get everything taken care of. But that's about all we've got for news and everything. So we're going to switch over to the game showcase. I'll go first this week. As I was looking through some stuff, I wanted to kind of plan a little bit out on what I was going to be doing for the 12 Days of Christmas, and also the 360 challenge that we had to get 20 achievements. So for the 360 challenge, like I had mentioned earlier, I chose SpongeBob's Truth or Square. Is this a game that you have played, or did you cash in on the Games with Gold? I believe it was a Games with Gold game.
I definitely collected it. I have not started it to my knowledge. If I did start it, I didn't get very far into it.
Is that now is SpongeBob a character that your daughter likes at all, or is that a little bit?
No, she actually doesn't like SpongeBob. I think it's because we tried to push her towards it, and she just, for whatever reason, the timing was wrong, and she just does not like SpongeBob. I would almost say she tries to avoid SpongeBob.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it's still as popular as it is. When I went to Universal Studios a few years ago, they had a little SpongeBob area, and there was a lot of people wearing SpongeBob or their characters' shirts and other stuff. And I was kind of surprised at it because it seemed like it would kind of fade out a little bit. But yeah, they just released a new movie in theaters a few days ago, so they're still doing all of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a backwards compatible 360 game for a challenge, or if you want to play something with your kids, I think it's kind of a fun, easy game. I believe it kind of took me around 12ish hours to complete. The TA completion uh, estimate is 8 to 10, voted on by the people that have played it. So it's definitely not a long game at all. And it's the levels are pretty easy. I think there's about nine or 10 levels in total, and they last maybe 15ish minutes, so they're not too long. So you can easily just kind of hop in, and you can play with 2 controllers. So definitely can play with your child or wife or husband or whatever you want to play with, and just kind of go co-op and have some fun. Just a kind of a basic story that you're just trying to find the secret formula recipe for the Krabby Patty. So you just kind of do the different levels. It kind of takes you in different parts of the SpongeBob universe, and yeah, the achievements are very straightforward. I would give you some tips if you're looking at doing this. Just as you go, you can smash objects and get coins, or there's coins out in the levels. I just advise you to get as many coins as you can. You're going to have to do 2 playthroughs because the first playthrough you'll finish the story in the level, and then you'll open up other options that will come in when you play the game the second time. So you can just do a first playthrough, collect the coins, get the achievements there. and then the second playthrough you'll just kind of run through real fast, do the challenges that have appeared after you've beat the initial level, and get some more achievements and everything, and then clean up whatever you need to clean up along the way. Um, there's achievements like collect not collectibles, but like shop achievements. And so what you can do is you can use those coins to buy costumes or things around SpongeBob's house, and you can delete after you're done. Getting the achievement, that you can close the game out and then reload your save and get your coins back. So I would advise you to do that, because having to buy all the furniture and pictures and everything in SpongeBob's house, that'll cost at least 16,000 coins, maybe a little more. So you're definitely gonna have to save up. I think after the first run, I had 9 or 10,000 of the finishing the first playthrough of the game. So you're definitely gonna need to do it. But since I had to play it a second time anyways, it's not a big concern. There is a glitch with buying all the furniture, though, that I will direct you to the TA guide there, or you can listen to this again if you refresh your memory. Um, One of the rooms has SpongeBob's pet, Gary the snail. If you upgrade his bowl, there will be a cutscene of him going to the bowl to eat, and then going over to the newspaper and doing his business. And then you have to go over to the newspaper and upgrade that. His bed is what it is as well. Well, if you go and you just upgrade the bowl and get that cutscene, and then you leave the room and go downstairs and everything, the game can glitch where it's not going to let you upgrade the bed later. So the best advice I can give is just save up all your coins, make this be your last achievement, and that way you can just run through, do everything. You can either do it first or last. I mean, people have said both things. I did it first and didn't have an issue. So what I did is, after I was done with everything else in the game, I had enough coins. I went and upgraded his stuff, did his two things first, ran around everything. I didn't get the achievement the first time because I think I missed a painting, is what my thought was, and so I was like, "Oh shoot, I didn't get this." So I just closed the game down, reloaded the game, had all my coins back and everything, and then tried it again and got the achievement to pop. So uh, that would be my advice: is just save up your coins. You can get the costume achievement. There's, I think, 3 costumes for all the main characters that you need to buy, and I think that's like 7,000 coins or something like that. So you can just get that achievement out of the way if you want to, and then reload your save. You'll get all those coins back and continue on. But yeah, just be aware that there is that glitch for that possibly happening. The main menu of the game shows you what items you're missing for your achievements, so you can see that how many you have unlocked. Also, there's like a little scrapbook that is a level select for you, and you can also see there what you're missing in the level, so you can go back there. It supposedly will save after you collect a collectible, um, so you can collect it and then leave the level. I never did that. I usually finish the level just to be safe, but supposedly you can do that. So there's 3 concept art collectibles per level. There's 2 happiness objects, which each one will give you an achievement, and then there's a box that you need to open up that has a sleeping Patrick character in it that you need to find in each level. So doing all that will get you some achievements. So that'll be good if you're ever looking for a contest. You need collectibles and stuff like that. You can easily get a lot of those really fast. And then there's just some miscellaneous achievements that you can look on TA for and just kind of see, like finish a level without dying, which is easy on the first level, killing enemies, destroying boxes, stuff like that. And then the last ones are some co-op achievements that you can get with the second controller. Not that hard. It took me about 30-45 minutes. So not a bad game. Again, if you like the character, or if you got free games with gold and you're looking for a 360 or backwards compatible for fun, for contests or whatever thing, I think it's not definitely worth your time, just because it's, again, about an 8 to 10 hour completion. And then the other game I just wanted to touch on real fast was the DLC for Assassin's Creed Mirage. I used that for one of the 12 Days of Christmas challenge. Um, I know Koosh is like 10 games behind, so he's totally lost on what the story is for Assassin's Creed.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so again, this is takes place after the main story of the main story of Mirage. It's called oh shoot, I forgot to keep that name in there. Let me check it real fast. I believe it's the Valley of Memories or something like that is what it's called. Scrolling real fast. Yeah, Valley of Memory. So basically you're the main character Bassam, and you're trying to find out some information about your father. An event from the game kind of comes back to haunt Bassam, and so you're going through. It's not a very long DLC. I think about 4 to 5 hours is what I spent on it, and it's just got typical Ubisoft DLC achievements on there, or just main game achievements where you got to collect things, you got to get the areas to 100%. Luckily, things aren't that long. Each area has just a couple collectibles that you need to find, so they're not a lot of things you need to do. But the bad part of this DLC is that they created this Animus replay achievement things where you will replay story missions or side missions. And as you do that, you'll get achievements and you'll get rewards for them. So every side quest or main game that you play will have like four requirements to get 100% on. So those requirements could be like, don't use your eagle, don't use your assassin's vision, uh, don't be spotted, don't kill anybody, like things like that. And so if you do all of them, and you don't have to get them all in one go, you can focus on like one or two of them if you wanted to, and then finish that quick playthrough and then replay it again and do something else. You are easily able to just knock out all of them on one go if you know the way to finish that level. My advice would be to go for the side quests. The only thing is that to be able to replay a level, you obviously have to finish that level or the side quest for the first time. You can't just have access to all the side quests in the game. So as you're going through the DLC, as you're going through the main game, just get some side quests done. And that way it'll open up these easy Animus replay missions, because some of the side quests are like 2 or 3 minutes long. They're not very long. But the main story ones, they can be 10 to 20 minutes long. So if you mess up on something halfway through, you either have to replay it or you have to start over again. And so that's why it's just recommended just to do the side quests. So each level, like I said, you'll get, if you meet all the requirements, you'll get four Animus rewards, and they'll go through the different levels. And to get to the achievement for unlocking all of the Animus rewards, you have to get 93 points or whatever rewards. And so yeah, so that, I don't know what that leads to, like it's like what, 18, 15 levels, something like that. I'm not good with math, that's not my thing. So yeah, just getting the side quest done, that'll help you get all that stuff easily done. And if there's ever any questions, I'm always happy to help out, but it's not that bad. It's just like when you get to that point in the game and you're like, oh, I'm done, I'm ready to be done, and then they're like, hey, let's just replay the same level again. It's not my favorite, but the DLC in general is okay. It's not bad. I know there's some history behind it, about from the developers, that I'm not going to get into, but you can find out if that's something you want to play or not. But that is SpongeBob Truth or Square for me, and also Assassin's Creed Mirage DLC Valley of Memory. The DLC is free. I forgot to mention that, so you don't have to. It's just an update to download and everything. So neither of them are very hard to do, but yeah, hopefully that's something that'll be interesting to you guys. Koosh, what have you been playing, or do you have any questions on
Oh
anything?
no, I mean I don't want to know anything about Assassin's Creed. So I'll eventually play it in 10 years,
Yeah,
something like that. Maybe I'll get to that one. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, that's why I
All
didn't
right.
want to mention too much on the story, because I know you're
Yeah.
not quite there yet, and that's fine. But
And there's another Black Flag coming out, so I have to play that again because I just have to. Best game. So
it's not like your
um,
favorite or anything. So
yeah, definitely not my favorite. Absolutely. So what have I been playing? Well, I've been playing a lot of stuff. I've been starting a lot of Game Pass games, but one that I feel people have not picked up on or maybe don't know about is Dome Keeper. So Dome Keeper, let's see, when did it release? It released on December 9th. And currently I only see 4 people, including myself, who have started it. Um, I mentioned this game previously. This was something that was a big hit on Steam. I want to say like a year, maybe even 2 years ago. It was a very, very popular game on Steam. It was developed in a game jam, if you know what that is.
I don't. What is that?
So a game jam or a dev jam is when a bunch of developers will limit themselves to like a day, 3 days, something like that. And they'll all bring different teams together. And some, might be 2 developers, might be 4 developers, it might be a team of 4, and you can split that up between music and development and art and all that stuff. And the purpose of the game jam is to come up with a working prototype in a set amount of time, 2 days, something like that, maybe 1 day, who knows. So this was initially developed in a game jam. So it took them, gosh, let's just say 2 days to get a working prototype of this game. And then they said, you know what, this is actually really good. Let's build this out and make a full game out of this. And so what started as a game jam project ended up being a full-fledged game. And like I said, it was out on Steam maybe a year ago, maybe more. And it's just now come to Xbox. There was another game that kind of was riding their coattails that I really liked, which was Wall World. Whereas Dome Keeper, your dome is on the top of the world and you dig down. Wall World, your dome or the thing you're defending was on the side of a cliff and you dig into the wall. Big difference, big negative 90-degree difference.
Yeah.
So but there were other differences too, as I've been playing Dome Keeper. Wall World allowed you to get these permanent upgrades. So you were constantly, getting resources, and after every run, success or fail, you were then just buying better things, make your guy faster all the time, build up these weapons, unlock this new weapon, this sort of thing. So the progression was a little bit different. In Dome Keeper, which I'll just be talking about for the rest of the time and not comparing to anything else, the game is broken up into 2 phases. The very first phase is the mining phase. So your dome lands on the planet, kills some monsters on the way down, and maybe that's why they come after you. I don't know. So your dome lands. You're then in your little ship, and you can start digging down immediately. You start off with an engineer or driller or whatever you want to call them, and the way you drill out the world is just by bumping into walls. So you can just bump into this lower wall. You'll eventually start digging down. You can start branching out. The world is generated randomly every time. So you may not even be in the middle of the width of the world when you land. You could be off to the side. You just don't know. So you just start kind of digging out and trying to find resources. There are 3 different types of resources that you'll use to upgrade your dome for the defense, or you'll use to upgrade your miner for getting resources faster, those sorts of things. And they are like this little square thing, this little round thing, which I think is water, and then this little triangle. And they each, different upgrades require different materials. Most of them will require your square material, which is the most plentiful that you'll find. And as you're digging, you'll want to return all that stuff back to your ship. Well, you can attach 4 things to your character very easily initially. So you just kind of run up these little resources. You tap the A button like 4 times. You grab 4 little blocks, and you can start moving back. But you're slow. But you're still moving at an okay pace, just not fast. If you pick up a 5th thing, man, your speed really drops. And you can drop items by hitting B. So if you have 4 things, you hit B 4 times, you dropped all 4 of them. Now you're zippy again. So you need to bring all those things back. Well, there's little upgrades you can get. You can get bots that help you, and they'll go pick up an item at a time and bring them back to the ship. Just, whenever there's an item, boom, they'll go get it. They'll bring it back up. You can get a lift that goes straight down from the dome. And if you put things in that beam that goes, or that vertical shaft that goes down, these little, lack of a better term, a little ball, a little orb, goes from the bottom of the lift back up towards the dome at the very top. And if it sees resources, it'll grab 3 resources. You upgrade it again, it'll grab 5 resources. And it'll take them all up to the ship where they get basically put in storage, and you can use those. At that point, you can use those to upgrade your ship or upgrade your character. Okay, so while you're mining, a little timer is going down, and you don't know what that timer is unless you spend 1 square resource to bring up a little meter that tells you when, or it shows you the attacking wave timer going down. When that timer gets all the way to 0, there's a little monster attacking you, or a wave of monsters attacking you. If you don't do anything and you're still mining, you don't pay attention to that, they will destroy your dome, and that'll be the end of the level. That'll be the end of the run. But if you pay for that little upgrade, or you just kind of notice, oh no, I need to be back up there. You go back up to the top and you move into the defense phase. And at that point in time, you have, at the start of the game, you have a laser on the dome that can just kind of go along the arc from left to right, and just you can fire in a straight line and kill any monsters that might be there. The first wave is typically 1-2 monsters, something not too bad. And as time goes on, the waves get bigger and bigger. Bigger monsters attack, as well as there just being more things. There could be flying monsters that shoot. The projectiles will hit your dome. You can upgrade your laser to actually be able to shoot down the projectiles, so they'll never actually reach your dome. There's just all kinds of upgrades. While you're mining, you may run across, in fact, you will run across gadgets. And those gadgets look very different from anything else that you've been mining, because when you get to them, they look like a little bit of technology. They're shining and they have wires and things like that. And they're typically 2x2 squares. And when you do that, you'll see like a little chip will pop up. You grab that chip, you take it back to your ship. And when it gets back to your dome or your ship, whatever you want to call it, you then are presented with the choice of 3 different upgrades. And sometimes those upgrades are defenses for your ship. Sometimes those things are things that will help you mine faster or bring back more resources or something like that. But it gives you a little bit of variety. You pick one of those and off you go. You can have, I think, 2 of those in your dome at a time. But your goal, at least initially, is to find this relic. Now, the relic is hidden somewhere in the level, and it's accessed by hitting a couple different switches. And when you get to those switches, those are much smaller. They're very similar to the gadget, the way it's hidden. But when you clear those out, you'll see like a little switch. You press that switch. There's like a little wire coming off of it, and it kind of gives you an idea of where that switch is actually activating. So you kind of drill out to those areas, and maybe you'll find another switch, or maybe you'll find the thing, the little place where the relic is kept. Once you hit all the switches that are connected to the relic door opens, you grab the relic, you take it back to your dome. When you take it into your dome, that's going to be the final wave. So if for some reason you want to build up your resources, you've been looking to upgrade some things, you're working on another achievement, you need more time, don't bring that relic into your ship until you're ready for that final wave. There's an achievement for killing all of the monsters in the final wave. And in order to do that, you're going to have a pretty well leveled up laser or other defenses. When I got that achievement, I actually had this thing that kind of split my laser into 2 lasers, and there was so they'd start at the bottom, and I could control both of them and have them meet in the middle. So I was able to defend 2 sides at one time as long as the angles were right. So that actually was really helpful. And when I leveled that up, it made it so that I could actually kill all the monsters that were attacking in that final wave. So I just got that achievement today as I was refreshing my memory for the podcast. So that was cool. If you are unsuccessful, you have the relic in your dome and you're unsuccessful, or you're just trying to get through the game as quickly as possible, just let all the monsters kill you once your relic is in the dome, because once your dome expires and you have the relic, the level's over, your ship fires a nuke up, it kills all the monsters, and that's considered a successful run. So you get credit for completing that because you got the relic into your dome, kill all the monsters.
You're sacrificing yourself.
Exactly. But I guess it just kills all the monsters. I guess you get off the planet with the relic. I don't know. But it's a successful run. And those successful runs will then unlock more modes in the game. When you do that, you'll be able to pick an upgrade. Sounds familiar, right? But this is going to be an unlock upgrade. And those upgrades will basically say, oh, okay, I want to unlock the ability for my dome to have missiles. Okay, cool. Or I want to unlock this ability for my dome to have a sword. So it's got some sort of like melee protection or melee attack to it. Or, hey, I want to have more bots. I want to be able to have these mining bots that come and get stuff. And I want to have that be the special thing about my dome. Another thing that automatically unlocks are these challenge modes. And those are things where they change the game up. Before you were looking for a relic, but now there's a mode that allows you just to have no monsters. And you're just down there mining and you're trying to hit a quota. You're trying to get 200 resources in half an hour. And that can be difficult unless you you're getting good at the game, or you've unlocked some other things to kind of help you. You got the right gadgets at the right time to help you get all the resources you need. There's another game mode called, what do they call that one? Upside Down, I think they call it. And in that one, they invert gravity. So gravity is actually your friend now, because when you unlock or release a resource from the wall, you can kind of push it over to maybe the central shaft that you've drilled, and those things will kind of float up into the dome and get stored. So you no longer have to carry them back yourself. You just kind of push them off into this vertical shaft that you've built, and they go straight to the ship, and it just makes harvesting a whole lot easier. And then there's like a maze mode that makes it so that the level you're in is a little bit more complicated. But as you beat those modes, you unlock more and more things in the game. I've put in about 6 hours now, I think. So I certainly haven't finished it. Oh wow, there's 110 people that have finished it by now. I didn't think it was going to be that high. With 13,400 started, 110 have completed it. The fastest was 12 hours.
Oh, well. Nice.
It seems like the average is probably going to be around 30, 20 something to 30. So maybe there's, a nice outline or guide that'll kind of help you, but not, there's no keyboard commands or anything that'll kind of get you through. But yeah, it's a fun game. If you're looking for another kind of just one more run game, maybe this is up your alley. A nice feature that this game has is you can pause your run. If you quit your run in the middle of a run, it'll be saved for you, just like in Hades. When you're in the middle of a run, you could stop your game, you could go off, you could shut it down, you could do something else. And when you brought it back up, you would continue, and you would continue from the room that you were in. Same thing happens with Dome Keeper. It allows you to continue your run if you have to cut it short for whatever, to go make dinner, I don't know, go run an errand, go do work, I don't know. But it's very friendly in that way, which I respect. It's very helpful. But I would say a run takes probably, for me, for the games I've been playing, close to half an hour, 15 minutes, something like that. In fact, there's an achievement for bringing the relic back in under 20 minutes. I just got that today as well.
Oh,
so
nice.
if you do really well, and that was on a medium-sized map, that you can get them done even faster, especially once you understand the game a little bit better. So yeah, great little just one more run type game. I was kind of hooked from the start, and I'm looking forward to putting some more time into it once the holidays are over and I can focus on these games again.
I was reading a TA article on it a little bit ago, and do you have any experience with some of the other game modes at all, or are you just playing the Relic game mode?
Well, I've been dipping into the other game modes, and okay, I guess I should talk about the achievements a little bit. So the achievements are for beating the Relic mode on a couple different size maps. That's not too bad. You'll get that.
What's the difference between the size maps?
The size.
Just the size, that's it?
I
mean, maybe something there's different enemy types, or I don't know.
I think it's that, waves come on a certain timer, and that timer stays the same, but the size of the level gets bigger. You will get tools that will help you find resources without knowing where they are. So it kind of like points you in the right direction. So that kind of cuts down on your exploration time, which would be important for like a large map or a gargantuan map. I think is the next one up they have. I think there's 4 different levels. But I recently unlocked the gargantuan. What do they call it? Behemoth. The Behemoth world is, I guess, the next size up from large. There's an achievement for traveling half the length of a marathon in one run. And there's a nice guide for that on TA on how to do that. There's achievements for unlocking the various modes. Once again, you can, this might be a good preload, because when you complete a run, you can pick your upgrade. A lot of times those upgrades unlock a feature. That feature has an achievement tied to it. And so, boom, now you can get that achievement just by completing a run. There's an achievement for mining every block in a level. That one, I tried that early on. It might be something you want to wait to the end. I actually unlocked a new character too, with my second or third completion of a level. And that character plays a little bit differently. The driller or the miner will you'll bump into a wall and you'll drill there, and then you can pick up resources with the A button. You can tow them behind you, but they're attached to you. This other character is called the Assessor, and the Assessor uses gravity to propel them, but it also uses gravity to collect resources. So rather than them being tethered directly to you, you basically create this like little gravity bubble, and it sucks resources up into them. You can carry a lot more than the miner can, and then you can launch that orb in a direction. So you obviously want to launch that up. So if you can get a mine shaft that's pretty vertical, you don't have too many things off to the side of it, you can launch a really big bubble of resources. It kind of reminds me of like Santa and toys going down the chimney, but in this case it's reversed. You're like shooting it up. So you're shooting this big bubble of resources up the chimney to get back to your dome. But then he also gets, or the Assessor also gets, a projectile attack, and that attack will bounce off of walls. So you can drill down a little bit and then like shoot left or right, and that ball will kind of bounce back and forth, digging a horizontal tunnel while you continue to manually dig down. So it makes things really fast, which is why I was able to get the achievement for completing the level in under 20 minutes, because, well, I was using the ball to dig horizontally while I was digging vertically. And also I can carry more resources as the Assessor. So I only played as the Assessor one time. I think that is the only other character. So those are the two, the Miner and the Assessor. And it's an interesting switch up on the play style. What did the TA article say about the different game modes?
To be honest, I don't really remember too much. I was just wanted to kind of see what you had did, because I know this was one we've talked about on the podcast and in messages and everything, where you thought it might be a game that I would enjoy. So I read the article, and it sounded like there's just a little bit of differences in the gameplay depending on what mode you're playing. But sounds like Relic Hunter is the main.
Relic Hunter was the first one. Yeah, it's the first game mode they had. Then there's there's that resource mode, which I think they call Iron mode. That's where there's no monsters, but you have a time limit to collect all the resources. There's ways that you can, like, when you pick those different modes, they're kind of setting up the rules of the game. And you can then also pick starting, I believe, I haven't done this myself yet. You can pick starting gadgets, and those gadgets will help you clean up the achievements. Because I think I was reading and they were saying, I completed the game, but then I had to come back and go and do these other things. And the solutions that are on TA for the different achievements basically tell you the setup. Do this game mode, use this version of the driller, use either the driller or the Assessor, and use this gadget initially. They'll help you get that achievement. So it's pretty well documented for being a game that hasn't been out that long. I think because it was on Steam and people have just kind of come over here and tried to, play their Steam games on Xbox and get achievements for it. So, but yeah, I mean, it looks like there's a lot of variety. You're not just doing Relic mode. You can play these other modes and kind of extend the life of the game.
Yeah, I have not watched gameplay. It's been something I keep thinking about. Every time I see it, I'm like, I need to go on YouTube and watch some gameplay, because to see if it's something I'd like. And then I get distracted by other things, and then we talk about it some more. Oh yeah, I need to go check that out. So this is definitely one that I hope I can get to someday, because it sounds like it's up my alley.
Yeah, this would probably be a pretty good game for like a hotel room when you've got nothing else going on.
Perfect. Well, that's Dome Keeper. So we've talked about Dome Keeper, SpongeBob, and Assassin's Creed. So quite the variety of games for y'all to enjoy over the holiday season. As we mentioned last time, there wasn't a lot there was only going to be one announcement, in Game Pass news, because of the holidays and other stuff. They just decided to do everything in one go. So if you have a chance, you can go check out Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Lost Records, Medieval Dynasty, Stellaris, World War Z, Monster Train 2, Spray Paint Simulator. Looks like 33 Immortals is now available on premium. Routine, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Dome Keeper, as Koosh talked about, a game about digging a hole, which kind of seems to be the fad right now. Death Howl, Mortal Kombat 1, the Game of the Year in Bratz Rhythm and Style.
Oh yeah.
Go check out those games. Those are new on Game Pass, or some tier of Game Pass, so they could be on different ones. But definitely got quite a variety of stuff to play. Um, and then just you only have a little bit of time left for Hell Let Loose and Carrion on Xbox and Carrion on Windows. I was hoping to get to Carrion on Windows. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. We'll see. Maybe I'll over the weekend I'll try to get it done because I enjoyed the Xbox one and I need to get the Windows one done. So that's what you got on Game Pass news, real quick. For Brag Camp, we got quite a bit of stuff. I think I accidentally clicked out of it, but I think it was Dub23 completed Halo Master Chief Collection, which is a huge grind if you know about that game. So congrats to him on that. Uh, yeah, I think it was. Yeah, yep. Let's see. Anything else on our Brag? Elroy got to 3.1 million and his all his G-Test shenanigans. So that's a huge score there.
Kelly Poof ate some frozen sushi and didn't die.
Yet, have we heard from him since then?
From Aldi, yeah, he said he said he's fine. He's not dead. It's still not as bad as gas station sushi. So congratulations. Glad you're still with us.
Yeah. Dino Man 87 got a million TA score. So they're getting quite close to the million there. Ben L72 got to 800,000. You're getting close there. So, yeah, quite a bit of milestones in all the holiday playing and everything. As I mentioned before, I was able to find out. So the gamer tag, I don't think they listened, but it was that achieved almost 1,000 Xbox 360 achievements was Seriuoz, Seriuoz, 998 360 achievements in 2 weeks. That's just crazy to me. And then the next person was Black Brian 7 with 780. So Seriuoz was 200 above them. I mean,
that's a big gap.
It's a big gap, and they're not like, I mean, a lot of them. I didn't go through his games to see if it was what games he was playing, but I mean, I'm sure not all of them were the fast and easy ones because the 360 didn't have a lot of those. So that's crazy. So the top games used were SpongeBob, Truth or Square, Costume Quest, Cars 2, Lego Batman, and Lego Indiana Jones. Seem to be the top ones there. And then, did you participate at all in the 360 poll where they were kind of seeing what games and achievements and everything people thought were the best for?
I did not. No, I saw it come by and it's like too much going on. No, thank you.
So the top game is Halo 3. 10% of the voters, well, out of 3,600 voters, or 3,600 votes, 1,300 gamers. Halo 3 got the most, which quite far. So it's 10% of the vote, with BioShock and Red Dead Redemption behind it with 4%. So, but it's all the games, the BioShocks, Red Dead, Mass Effect, Halo, Gears of War, all those ones make up the top.
Right, yeah.
Favorite DLC was Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare with 12% of the vote. And then you got some Mass Effect. Again, Mass Effect, Elder Scrolls, Grand Theft Auto, Borderlands, all the big stuff in there.
Yeah.
Top achievement. If you had to guess, what would you think the top 360 achievement that people were either proud of or enjoyed doing?
Seriously, it's got to be Seriously, right?
Seriously is number 3, so good job. 3 of 5.
Okay. Well, one of my favorites is oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it right now. The Red Dead one for the train tracks, Dastardly.
Yep. Dastardly, number 5. You got 3 of 5.
Go. Okay, well, I can't get higher apparently, so I'm going the wrong way.
As I've been listening to some of the older podcasts, I think this is one of Fufu's favorite ones that he hates. If I remember, is it Vidmaster Challenge Annual? Is that one that he was not fond of?
Oh yeah, but come on, that's like the hot sauce, right? Like he was working towards it. He was constantly, he wanted to get it, and he was playing hard to get, I guess.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, as I've been listening to some of the older ones, yeah. So number 1 is Mile High Club on Call of Duty.
Oh,
with 4% of the vote, and then Halo 3's Vidmaster Challenge, Gears of War Seriously, Halo Reach, A Monument to All Your Sins, and Red Dead Redemption Dastardly fills out with 5 there. So seems like kind of everyone likes the classic ones that everyone has played on the 360. But well, guys, we've enjoyed talking to you about our games. We hope you have a great holiday and that you get to spend it with your loved ones and get to game and relax and everything. And we will be kind of talking the next time if we have the time, hopefully, about our favorite games of 2025 and what we're looking forward to in 2026. So, join us in the conversation there. Let's list out some of the games that you've enjoyed playing this year or ones that you're looking forward to next year, and you can get mentioned on the podcast. I'll start pulling all that stuff that we've talked about and get all that set up on the next document for us. But anything else from you, Koosh?
Well, I think a lot of people's game passes, it seems to me, are expiring right about now, and people are making the hard choices. Do they want to continue? They want to continue with Game Pass Ultimate? Do they want to go down a tier? If you guys have any thoughts on that, you've got plans, talk about it in the Discord. Let us know. I myself found a deal or a couple deals for some Ultimate, so I've extended my Ultimate a little bit longer. I need the shiny, and Game Pass Ultimate is where all the shiny new games come first. So I kind of had to extend it. I just couldn't not do it. So I did it, and I got it for a slight sale, and that's okay. I guess I've justified it to myself that's why I'm doing it. But everyone else,
did you do the new egg sale?
I did do the new egg sale. Yeah, okay. I extended for 2 years. Yep. So don't do the math on that because it. But I don't have to think about it for 2 years, which is great. The next thing I have to think about is TA Pro, which is up in 2 days.
Oh, yeah, right.
But I'll probably renew that too. I want the site to exist, so you got to pay, right? So,
you want to be able to read the site without ads everywhere.
That too. Well, you use an ad blocker, but that's just kind of stinks. But yeah. So
no,
I'll probably.
No, go ahead.
I'd say I'll probably just renew my Pro. The site to me is worth it with these solutions and everything and the activities and things. So I will be renewing mine. I'll just feel bad about it and I'll forget about it in a week. So
yeah, I totally forgot about that until you said that. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people's things are coming up. I did the new Excel. I wish I was kind of going back and forth if I wanted to do 1 year or two. I ended up doing just 1 year. I did before all the Bing stuff got out, I used up most of my points on just a bunch of cards for that. So I think I was good through January of 2026, and I got another year in there. So I'm good through January of 27. So maybe next Black Friday, they'll have another sale on some stuff there, and I'll continue on with it. But it wasn't bad. It was like $150 for a year. So
yeah, it worked out okay, especially with that discount. There's a code that knocked off 20, was it 10%, 20%? I can't remember.
It was 10 or 20, yeah.
But it made the sale for me. That was the thing. I was like, okay, absolutely. If I buy 1 month, it knocks it off. If I buy a whole year, it still takes that off the whole year. So it's this is the best deal I'm going to see for a while.
Yeah.
So I added on a little bit to kind of extend my Ultimate for a little bit longer. I'm also looking at some sales. There's some good stuff out there. There's a whole bunch of Metroidvanias, newer ones that are close to half off or half off. So I'm looking at those. I'm also looking at picking up maybe something that's not cheap, but is the most I've seen it on sale is Lord of the Rings, the Shire game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking about that. I'm probably going to regret it. But it's $23. So
I'm sure it'll go lower if you wait a little bit longer.
I'm sure it will too.
You have so much. You have so much to play. Just wait.
I guess I have a couple games I could play. Yeah,
just a few.
Yeah.
Well, guys, happy holidays from Koosh and I, and we hope you enjoy it, and we look forward to hearing all about it in the Discord. Join us there and tell us about your holiday traditions or your games that you're looking forward to from 25, what you're looking forward to next year, and we'll catch you later, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.